to all those above me that watch over me, to all of you, my fave parapeeps on this side of the veil, welcome. This is Sean Whittington's Paranormal Ministry Live 2.0. I'm your host, Father Sean, and I'm coming to you live from my haunted house, my very haunted house, where I live. Tonight's going to be a great show, but you all already knew that. That's why you tuned in. Tonight is the last Monday of the month. You know what that is? That's Happy Medium Monday. My guest, hopefully, is still in the green room. We had issues connecting with her tonight. She's live from Cape Cod, and we had issues connecting with her. So hopefully, by the time I get done with my opening spiel, we were able to reconnect with her. And if not, you guys are stuck with me for the next 30 minutes or an hour. If there's anything you want to know about my wife and I and our ministry work, go to our website, www.ghost-b-gone.biz. If you go there to visit, there's a lot of cool things to see. My books are there, both books. If you purchase the book off the website, they come autographed and enclosed in a house blessing kit. Or you can get them a little less expensive at Amazon. But if you get them off the website, part of the proceeds of every sale of every copy of my books goes to support stjude.org, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, Nevada, and the ASPCA. How cool is that? You'll also find my course there, my online course, Introduction to Spiritual Warfare. You can enroll in the course there. If you'd like more information about the course before making that type of commitment, there's a Sean Whittington's Introduction to Spiritual Warfare course Facebook page. You can read about the course there. And there's also a place on the website where you can make an appointment to speak with me about your spiritual issues, not paranormal, but spiritual. There's a place where you can make an appointment there to speak with me. Other than that, I know times are tough, brothers and sisters. Trust me. But if you notice the donate button and you're able to do so, click on it and send my ministry in a small donation. I promise you it'll be appreciated from the bottom of my heart. And trust me, I'll put it to good use. Having said that, tonight is Happy Medium Monday. And my guest, my very special co host, is here the last Monday of every month. She is live from Cape Cod.
We're having trouble getting her back on, so I will keep you updated, but we don't have Susan with us right at this moment.
That's okay. Keep trying, and what I'll do is maybe I doubt the show will go a whole hour. Then maybe we'll cut out of here. And I know you got a show coming up at right after mine again, right?
Yeah, we're replaying, Sean. Actually, we had which is right down your alley. We had a show today, which we're going to replay right after this one, where we talk about how the divisiveness right now of how people are turning religion into their own, to use it for their own devious ways, and what we need to do to be able to get along with each other, even those who are not in the same faith as we are. So, and that'll be playing on the PAC channel as soon as this show goes over. We talked to three men of the Christian faith, and it was a very interesting show. So,
very, very cool. Well, then that sounds like an excellent topic and an excellent show for people to tune into if they have experienced that, or if that sounds like it's in their wheelhouse, something that they might be interested in listening to some people that have experienced that talk about. That sounds very, very cool.
well, it's one of those things, and Sean, you and I have talked about it before, that there is so much divisiveness in this world right now that if you think that you want to try religion, but you go in there and people are scaring you because of maybe your lifestyle or of a choice that you had made in the past, and people are trying to push you away from the church, that's not good, and it's troubling for people. And so what we want to do is, my main point on this was not to push religion on anybody. I would never do that. My point is to try to show people what people who come together, and you'll love this. I want to show people that there is still a church that can put you together as a group of people and make you feel better about yourself. It's not always, hey, you need to do this, 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 and if you do this, you're outed. You can't join, and so that's what it was all about.
Well, on that note, you've given me an excellent opportunity. Trust me, I hear from people like that every day, all day long. Um, and I don't know if you'll find this interesting, but I also get a lot of people asking me about the United States Old Catholic Church. And what I want people to know, if you're listening to Zach and you feel like you've fallen into that category, I'll tell you something about my church. I realize more and more every day that a lot of people don't understand what all they know and all they hear is Roman Catholic, Roman Catholic, Roman Catholic, and so they're confused about the Old Catholic Church. There are different jurisdictions of Old Catholic Church, and they can be quite a bit different from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. But what I will say about it as a whole, and in the United States Old Catholic Church, Old Catholics have been around since the very beginning, and the original bishops that had and cardinals that had their schism with the Roman Catholic Church in the early 18th century, like at Vatican I, um, they all have apostolic succession. What that means is not everybody you see walking around wearing a shirt like this has apostolic succession. And what that is at Pentecost, after Jesus was crucified, he came to the 12 apostles in the form of the Holy Spirit, and he entered all of them. Then he instructed all of them how they could continue to pass on the Holy Spirit by the laying on of hands. So from that point on, they started ordaining other priests with the laying on of hands, and that's called apostolic succession. For instance, Bishop James Long, he can trace his apostolic succession all the way back to St. Peter. And this is all documented stuff that they have on paper. So they've been around a long time. They started using the term Old Catholic around right after Vatican I, but they've been around since the very beginning. But what I loved about, and I was baptized Roman Catholic, been a Roman Catholic all my life, never veered off of my faith or off of my religion or away from my church. But what and I was originally ordained an exorcist through a Christian university. But what brought me back to, uh, I never left, but what really brought me back and got me into the seminary and onward to becoming an ordained priest was researching this church. And what I loved about it was it's just so simple. The Roman Catholic Church believes that the Pope is the head of their church. Now, we as Old Catholics, we love, respect, and recognize the Pope as being a very religious, blessed individual. But we feel that he's just a man. The Roman Catholics feel that he is infallible, whereas we feel, being just a man, he is very fallible. And we believe the head of our church is God, not a man. So that's where the schism came. But because we have apostolic succession, we're not under the jurisdiction of Rome, but Rome respects us and recognizes us as being validly Catholic because of our apostolic succession. So that's a very important thing to have. Having said that, where we also differ is that our priests can be married. I'm married. And we also ordain women to the priesthood, which the Roman Catholics don't do, which I thought was very, very cool. And we also really embrace the the behind the word Catholicism, which is means universal. We accept everybody. We're very, very supportive over the LGBTQ community, and we don't judge. We accept everybody. So, having said that, I don't want to. I'm not trying to convert anybody either, or get on my soapbox and get my preach on. But if anybody is feeling that they've been outcast from a church community, or they don't belong to a church community and they're looking for one, look into the United States Old Catholic Church. It's a wonderful website, usocc.org. There's also bishopjameslong.com. We have a wonderful Facebook page called United States Old Catholic Church Clergy and Parishioners that you can join. And every Wednesday afternoon and Sunday afternoons at 5 p.m. Pacific, we have a 2 hour Bible study. And every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, we have night prayer, which is about 20 minutes long. Both of these are live, and both of these you can find the links on the websites for them. Um, so I just, I just feel there might be some people after you had brought that topic up. There might be some people out there that are um, looking for a church community to belong to, and 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 you may join the USOCC, and it might not be for you. But
Yeah.
um,
Let me ask you this question real quick, and this is something that I've always wondered. What is the difference between Catholicism and other Christian sects?
well, Catholicism was we as Catholics and Christians, not all Christians, but we as Catholics believe that that's the original first religion passed on to the apostles by Jesus himself. And so, and I don't want to, if I got too into it, I would get a lot of hate mail. And I don't, like I said, I don't judge, but you're right. Your show was probably extremely interesting to listen to these Christian gentlemen talk about the things they've experienced being Christian, because people have distorted it and perverted it and twisted
Mm-hmm.
it and changed it in so many, and it's gone off into so many directions. You can go on not Facebook, we can go on the internet and type in like Catholicism. I don't think you would call it family tree. I don't know what's called, but you can you can print out these trees where it starts with Catholicism, with Jesus, and how it's branched off into all the different religious sects. And I've always found that chart very interesting. And like Sharon, she's um, an ordained Stephen minister in the Lutheran Church. She loves and respects what I do. I love and respect what she does. She's never tried to beat her Lutheran beliefs on me, and I've never tried to beat her over the head with my Catholic beliefs. She's probably my number one supporter in helping me get through the seminary because it was hard. Um, and like I said, I probably wouldn't have graduated and gone on to become an ordained priest had it not been for her support. So it is what it is. And but I get a lot of. You'd be surprised how many people reach out to me, and I would say the two top things that I deal with on a daily basis are people looking for a church that's not going to treat them exactly the way you just described. The gentlemen on your show have talked about, um, or addictions, and I mean and we're talking about the horizon is endless on the different types. I mean, when people hear the word addiction, and all of a sudden they think drug addiction or alcoholism, but I'm talking about addiction to being overly promiscuous, being addicted to sex, or being addicted to pornography, or being addicted to masturbation, or yes, drug and alcohol are right there at the top, but it can be. I've talked to people that can't go into a store and shop without stealing something. They're
Mm-hmm.
kleptomaniacs, and then I throw out that term kleptomaniac. That's a recognized clinical disease too. So I tell people all the time, yeah, faith, the power of prayer is a very real thing. Having strong faith in whatever it is that you believe in is a very real and powerful thing. But sometimes you also need to just sit down and go and talk to a medical professional about uh, your your mental faculties or not, and get some help that way too. So the world is in a bad state right now, and it's just simply because, and like I said, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me, but in my humble opinion, it's because as a whole, humanity has gotten away from God. And when I say that, I'm going to blame, everybody wants to blame somebody, and I don't mind blaming this guy, but it's all the devil and the demonic and the evil that's now just running rampant through our world. And I see that every day too. So What are you going to do? The Society of St. Benedict, which I'm a member of now, is a new paranormal, supernatural, preternatural team that I belong to. And the website, I believe, is, oh, I just was looking at that. I believe it's Society of St. Benedict, all one word.org. And this is a special team. All we do is handle demonic cases for the church. But these are a lot of these cases come to the church via paranormal teams. So we help the paranormal community when they come up against situations where they realize they're in over their heads and they're up against something they've never experienced before, and most probably something demonic or at the very least extremely malevolent and dark in nature. And we investigate those, and then we try to help the church determine if the demonic is present, and if so, what's the next steps. So that's very, very cool. I'm also, when I was on my retreat, I became a fully professed brother in the Old Catholic Benedictines of Immaculate Mary, which is um, a very large, very popular worldwide order of Benedictine monks. Of course, I don't live in a, I don't have my habit on. I didn't expect to talk about them today. Um, but I have a beautiful all black habit. You know, somebody that didn't know any better would just look at it and go, that guy's got a monk robe on. It's a traditional, you know, monk robe, but it's got a beautiful scapular, hooded scapular that goes over it, and you wear a special belt with it and stuff. It's beautiful. But I took my perpetual vows in that um, religious group on my retreat also. And what they are is, you know, we're all about just living a prayerful life and trying to wake up every morning and be the very best version of yourself you can be every day, and do a lot of praying. And we do a lot of praying for mankind and the world. And we don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are, what sex you are, what sexual preference you are, what religious belief system you have in place or not. If you come to us and ask us to pray for you, we're going to do it. No
Yeah.
judgment. And Saint Benedict, he's considered to be the patron saint of exorcists. So there's a lot of exorcists in that are Benedictines, and so it's large but a very close knit community. And so I'm proud that I'm a part of that now. But uh, there you
Well, I
go.
just I think the one thing that you're saying about there is no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are, being accepted. I think that's something that needs to happen more with everyone, is that we just need to realize, and I say this all the time in my show, Sean, that if I ever met somebody that was just like me, I wouldn't get along with that person. I just really wouldn't. And
I know
why?
it's tough, man. I can speak
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I'll bet. And I don't understand why we insist on people being just like we are. I think the fun things in life are people who have differences with me, to where we can talk and we can learn from each other. I mean, if you are identical to me, what am I going to learn from you? I mean, yeah, we can still be friends, but if everything you say, I'm sitting there going, I know, I know. That's a boring existence. So I like the mystery, and I love people being diverse and having different lives, and I think that you guys, your order being accepting of people who are different in many ways. I think that's so important, and I think other people need to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And you'd be surprised. Well, I'm not going to speak for the other clergy members or parishioners in the church, what they've experienced or not. But I experience that every day. Other clergy from other churches come to me and get on me all the time for things I do believe in or don't believe in, or a particular way I may be handling myself in this matter or that matter. And that's okay. You know, I listen to everything. That's the thing I love to do. I listen to everything, but what I have learned, and this goes way back before I even became an ordained reverend through the Christian university I was associated with back in the day, I don't engage in drama or with trolls. Um, I've been a baptized Catholic since I was a baby. I've never deviated off of that. So there's no reason for me to get in a heated discussion with anybody about faith or religion because nothing they say is going to change me. And I am not the kind of person, and I get a little heat from my colleagues about this. I'm not the kind of person that feels I need to even defend my faith. You either believe in Jesus or you don't. You're either,
Yeah.
you know, that's how I roll. I don't get into drama. I don't get into heated debates about religion. I try to avoid heated debates about politics. People try to drag me down that rabbit hole. It's just so life's so short. I just I pray every day that everybody just you know get your heads out of the cloud. Just you know try to be the if you just if everybody just tried to do one thing when they woke up in the morning, whatever power it is above us that they want to pray to. They can call it God, they can call it whatever they want to call it. But if they just, even if they just wanted to talk out loud as if whatever this was right there in front of them floating around, they just want to talk and ask that person or this entity or power to watch over them and try and help them intervene in their life now and help them to be the very best version of themselves they could be every day, um, they would notice a miraculous change around in how they view life and how they approach life. And just treat your neighbor the way you would like to be treated. Treat people you meet on the street the way you'd like to be treated, and avoid the drama. Learn how to. It's hard, man. It's hard to turn the other cheek. Um, but if you do, it's an amazing thing, and it's like anger. I used to have the most terrible anger, and it never suited me good. Never, ever, ever. In the 64 years I've been on the face of this earth alive, my bad anger, whenever I lashed out and let it get the best of me, never ended in anything good for me. So it took a long time, but I eventually learned. Uh, so, this is a great saying: being angry at someone is like you drinking poison and expecting them to die.
Yeah.
It kills your soul. You got to let stuff go.
You know,
Um,
I think when about the whole, you people being bugged about your religion, there is no God. You say that the that girl kind of disturbed you when she walked up to you and she just screamed in your face, there is no God. Look, here's the thing.
she said Jesus.
Until
She said Jesus. I mean, her. I couldn't hear out of that ear for about an hour because she got up on her toes, leaned into me, and I could almost feel her lips on my ear. And she yelled at the top of her lungs, "Jesus wasn't real," and then just turned so matter of factly and just so calmly continued to walk. And I know she knew because she hunched up when I did it, but I whipped out my holy water bottle and I blasted her 2 or 3 times on the back as she walked away because clearly her demon didn't dig me at all
yeah,
and couldn't resist doing that. So,
yeah.
but
See, I'm one of those guys that, what, unless it is proven, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong unless it is proven. Are there, are there Bigfoot? I'm not going to say no until or if it's proven wrong. Are there aliens? I really believe that we'd have to be naive to think. Look, we as a human species think we're so smart, yet we're finding stuff all the time that there's no way it existed. We found a fish that's been extinct for 20,000 years. Somebody caught one in the ocean a couple years ago. That fish shouldn't have been there because we knew that. We were so smart. So, it's funny that if we just relax a little and let people be themselves. Let you be you, and I'll be me. And that doesn't mean that, we have to be against each other. All right. I mean, it really doesn't. You remember there was a show when you had a Rangers fan on.
He's coming back too.
I was even able to talk to him, and look,
Your
let's
team
be
and his
honest.
your team, the Devils, and his team were actually playing in the playoffs at the time.
Yeah, they sure were. And oh, whose team won that?
Uh,
Whose
it,
team?
he was so 100% over the top positive that his team, the Rangers, was going to blow out the Devils. That even I got a little bit of a kick out of the fact that your team came through. Um,
Oh, they were beating us up pretty bad
the
the first couple of
Brian
years.
Bowden. Brian
Yep,
Bowden. Did you ever
yep.
reach out to Brian and give him a hard time about that?
I think I did. I believe I did, but I'll definitely have to do it again. So, like I said, look, I don't see there anything on in this earth that we cannot have a discussion about. I mean, the truth is that nobody is ever always right, and nobody is ever always wrong. Some people may be a little closer to always being wrong than ever being right, but I mean, oh, yeah, she's made it back. Thank God. I thought we scared her off with the hot dog talk.
Right. I could be so not right about that comment, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, the look you left us off on, we thought we really got you on that hot dog talk. So,
No, you didn't. I know. I've got I couldn't get my computer to.
Well, just so everybody knows, and we're talking real hot dogs here. We happen to the
yeah,
thing that the three of us have
absolutely.
in common here is that we all happen to love hot dogs. And I mean, my love was actually, I think, an addiction. It wasn't until Sharon a couple of years ago got me on Nutrisystem that I stopped eating them. And occasionally, still on my one cheat day, even on my one cheat day a week, it's been 2 years since she surprised me and came home with any hot dogs. But I was addicted to them. I'm telling you, I don't ever remember in my life never not having them in the fridge so that I could have at least. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there were probably years and years where I probably had one a day, at least one or two a day. So,
Well, I'm gonna let Susan take over this show because that's
okay.
what people want to see. They
Everybody
all,
that tuned in expecting their free life psychic reading probably left.
yeah,
But
well,
but I've got stuff I want to talk to you about
they
anyway,
got
sister.
replaced by this.
Before we do get started, I don't know if Zach has loaded this up or not.
Okay.
But the other day, if he did load it up, the other day I typed in your name because I forgot what your website was, Cape Cod Happy Medium,
Yeah.
CapeCodHappyMedium.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so I typed in your name and this weird picture popped up and then I started reading the caption of it.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh no. So I thought to myself, did Susan go back into service?
My
But then
ex.
I started reading the caption and I realized that was you as an extra on the set of Patriots Day, which
Right.
was the movie about the Boston bombing at the marathon.
Yeah.
And you even commented in this little story attached to the photo. Um, you made some comments about some of the actors that you had rubbed elbows with and chatted with and had a good time with. Until somebody gets on here and asks for a question from you, talk to us about that experience.
Sure. So
There's the buddy.
that's my buddy.
You're
He's very jealous of me talking to anybody on the phone. So
really.
he pops his head in, and all you can see is this giant nose. So, all right.
Oh, you're gonna make me miss having a puppy again. Yesterday was what was it? Yesterday or the day before was International Puppy Day. I couldn't even turn on the TV. I couldn't even answer my phone because I knew there'd be 50 people trying to give me a puppy, and there'd be nothing but puppy commercials on, and I would just be hating life. So I
Right.
didn't even, I had to hibernate because I'm still going through that whole thing. And
So the cool part of when I was working on the set, I had bumped into Kevin Bacon. Like
Kevin Bacon, that's right.
Yeah, I was the boss. I was the head FBI agent, and I was going in because we had just had the marathon. We had just had it. So I don't even know how many years that has been since the bombing. But we had I think it was last weekend, to be honest. I'm not a runner, so I don't know. But so we're doing this one scene, and we're in we're in a warehouse. Winston, lie down. We're in a warehouse, and he's walking through, and we're just supposed to be pretending we don't see him as he's walking through, and they're going around and around in circles, and somehow they got behind me, and I go to turn around, and there he was, and I went, oh, I think I said the F word. I'm like, oh, because I walked right into him. And
cut.
You're supposed to have those moments. You're supposed to, like, just if something happens, just kind of be cool.
Were you being filmed at the time?
What?
Was it a scene being filmed?
Oh yeah, we were filming.
And they caught you going, oh, F. Did they have to cut that scene or say cut and refilm it, or what they have to do?
Going, because they could cut it anyways, but they just kept going, and we did. I was so close, I almost kissed him. I mean, we just went, huh! And he didn't say anything. He was clearly a professional, but I was like, oh my God, because you're not supposed to talk to them, you're not supposed to touch them, and I like ran him over. So
it's funny you bring up his name. He is going to a prom to celebrate, I guess, in celebration of the 40th, to celebrate the 40th year of that Footloose movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I saw that today, and I'm like, wow, I didn't want to go to my own prom, whenever that was, 30 years.
Footloose. Well, let me really quick tell everybody here what in the 30 minutes or less we have left. This is Happy Medium Monday. If you've ever wanted a free live on-air psychic reading, this is your chance. All you got to do is type your question in to Susan in the live chat room there. She'll read it and give you your reading here. We don't do conjuring. That's a completely different type of show and takes a lot different type of energy and a lot longer. But she'll talk to you about money, love, travel, health, things of that nature. So this is your chance. And unfortunately, you don't get a whole hour with her because we had technical difficulties. But it is what it is.
All right, I'm going to go on camera just a second, just to get my stand and see if I can, because I'm holding my camera up off my phone. So hold on.
I like that picture of you better. Wow, you're so white.
Proud.
So yes, so this is Happy Medium Monday, and probably I don't know for sure, but maybe there might have been a few people in here that tuned in for their reading, and then they saw that we were having a trouble catching you on, and when they realized they were going to be stuck with me for an hour, I don't blame them for just click.
Right.
Heard this guy enough. Click.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So what do I want to say to you?
A whole bunch of stuff to talk about too.
What do you got? How was your St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, it was good. Yeah. Did you like that little thing that I sent you?
About the Gilly.
About
I think it's pronounced Gilly, the Scottish Bigfoot guy.
Oh yeah, him. No, not him too. Yeah, I sent you a lot.
That's what I got from you. Was a picture of a Scottish dude in a.
Yeah, that was good. No, Saint Gertrude. She shares the same day. She's the patron saint of cats, and she's like Patrick this and Patrick that. No, didn't get that one. Maybe I sent it. Are we frozen again? Oh,
you're not.
Oh, shoo.
You guys. Sean's frozen. Okay, so now we know the show's better at least.
Yes, I've always wanted my own show. Good. All right, so now the show amps up.
Yeah. Well, it's yes, and ask your question, please.
Can we ask a psychic question? Yeah, Anne, please. Yeah, great.
Okay.
If you,
I mailed a note.
yeah, it's tiny for me, so if you can read that.
Okay, I mailed a note to the man I know. Will he respond, and how soon, if he will? Do you need his name?
Yeah, sure. Name is always helpful.
You're asking me to read. I graduated from Garden City, Kansas High School.
That's all right.
Reading was optional. We had color books.
So I pulled a union card. Union card. So something's coming.
His name is Robert.
Robert. All right. Thank you. I pulled the union and the fool. So yeah, you may get together with him, but he may not be the one for you. That's the fool card. Nope, that's not the fool card. That's the fool card. The fool is someone who's a little not all there, not all with it, may not be on the same page that you are. So let's do a better question, which would be, how do I create exactly what it is that I want that resonates with me? Like, he may not resonate with you is what I'm getting. So if that's the case, then you just throw that out there. I'm drawing what I need. Now, how do we want to word? Yes, it's what you need, but to the soul that is resonating to me. So that way, then you're getting someone that's resonating with you, not somebody that's just there. Now we lost Zach, and I got you, Sean, though. That's good.
Yeah, no. I purposely went off screen.
Weird. All right.
I'm letting the professionals take over.
That is so weird. I didn't know what had happened. I thought,
You know
then
what?
I looked over my box and it was blinking, and then I got a big banner saying, "Your internet."
Y'all got the Booger Wolves working for you today.
Yeah, that's weird. That never happens to me.
Right? We are in trouble. Well, you know what happened? Before, when I was prepping with Zach, I pulled up 7, what are 7 things to do if you are being attacked by a demon? And then I disappeared, and then you disappeared. So they love doing that.
And I've been here the whole time.
Clearly, it doesn't affect other demons.
Yeah. So, yeah. And you were going to ask her, or answer. You were going to guide her in what she needed to do or what she needs to look for.
Yeah. So all she needs to do is just call out to, just send out there. I'm sending a message out to the universe to attract the, and stay away from soulmate words. I don't like any of those. The right energy, the right person that resonates to me. And that will come if you're bringing the right person for your highest good. That's always the best way to work that one. For my highest good.
Okay, then, Susan. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go. That's fine.
The next one is from Linda, and she asks, any pleasant surprises going to happen in my life to look forward to?
Oh, I like that.
On the camera that you're on, we had issues with your first one. The one that you're on now, are you able to see the chat room or no?
The words are really tiny, but it does pop up a little bigger. So yes, I can see it. This one popped up.
It's probably better if Zach reads them off to you anyway.
Ooh, I like this. This is money coming your way. So in the form of, actually, and it'll be coming, it's now. So you're going to be generating it soon. Something in monetary soon is coming your way, which is nice. I like that. I'm trying to ask a little bit more to get a little bit more information.
Somebody's thirsty.
That's why I don't do it here. He chews on his bone.
No, I
He'll
love
drink
that.
for
Come
20,
on. I've had mastiffs all my life. I know the sounds. I know
right?
the
20
I know
minutes.
I know
Here.
the routine, man.
Uh,
I love that. I love the thing that you posted the other day. It was just a quick little
oh, his birthday. He,
20-second film clip of him rushing you to kill you in the
yes,
forest, and I
with the
thought, is
ears
that a?
go. "Ooh,
Oh my
ooh."
God, that's a 2-year-old dog. Holy cow!
So, Linda, they're telling me that this is something you deserve, that this is coming to you. So whether you've worked hard for it or it's just that you're deserving of it, and I like to believe that you're just deserving of it and that you've worked this. So call it. So we can get things sent to us by our guides and by the universe, but if we aren't ready to receive it, they'll be like, oh well, and it goes on its way. So make sure that you're ready to receive it, and you'll be good, because they'll send us stuff, and if we're not feeling deserving, then we don't accept it. So I'm willing to receive all wonderful things in abundance coming my way.
Well, Linda's given you a very, very, I hope that's a surprised face. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that face before, but I'm going to say it's surprised.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's an excited surprise. That'd be good.
Pauline Hardy asked, is there any names coming in?
No, I don't actually. I don't get names of people that are alive. Unfortunately, I'm horrible with names, so names are not my thing. Um, so I'm sorry, Pauline. I can answer a question for you, but I'm kind of lost on that one. Thank you, though.
Okay. Anne has one more. Do you feel I can maintain a professional relationship with John and he will keep me as his client?
It doesn't look positive. I the
Oh
never
no.
card. It's like really clear. So I don't know whether that's on your side or both. It feels like it's a little that's a little murky. I it's probably not going to work. So um you may be able to create boundaries for yourself, but that doesn't, you're going to have to see. I don't think so, though. I'm sorry. Which is okay. Maybe this is a lesson. Maybe this is a learning lesson for you with boundaries.
Pauline is back and she wants to know if her mom is here.
Okay. At the moment, I am, because it's been so crazy, there's nobody here. I mean, there's probably someone here, but I'm not picking them up because I just did the mad dash down the road to get in to hook up
Oh,
the.
you left your daughter's office to come home.
Yeah, I
Oh
ran
wow.
home. That's why, yeah, Winston's here. Knuckle
Wow.
Winston.
How? So you must have been relatively close.
Yeah, I'm not too far away. He's chewing on his bone. Do you want me to take that away?
No, I like that.
So sorry. You guys are being so good.
Well, that's okay. I like that. Come on. I've had dogs. I can never remember other than right now. I can never remember not having a dog, and they've always been big dogs. So I
Mhm.
love that.
You're welcome, Anna. Or
And
sorry.
we don't have any right now, Sean. So go on ahead and ask your question that you were asking before you became a statue.
Oh, there is another one, Linda. What's the situation with a male initial D that I've known for a while? Is he meant to be in my life?
All right. So once again, names are not good for me. So I go with energy and emotion and image sometimes. So I'm just going to throw out a card and see.
Maybe he's the one with the money.
Hmm. I don't know. This is the liar card. So this is someone who has a trouble with their own truth in their own life and purpose. So I would say no. Wouldn't want that one. Yeah, I'd let that one go.
Does there ever come a time where you've ever given the advice, beggars can't be choosy?
Yeah, if they're not too bad. If there's like, I'm just not getting I'm not feeling it. And that could be just that they're they're people pleaser. And so they're not honest to themselves. And I'd rather want someone to be like, I don't like, I don't like your lasagna, but they've been eating it for all these years. I would make me so mad. So just like, I want someone to be honest and clear. And if you're spending the rest of your life with someone that was just couldn't be honest, that's not going to work.
What about on the other end? Have you ever had somebody that you sat there and went, well, I told you so?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how, like, I don't say I told you so, but I'm like totally thinking it. Yeah. And there's a reason. There's a reason why we choose these lessons to, if you're drawing people that are challenging you, then stop and look at what that challenge is. Why am I bringing these people into my life? Is it to make better boundaries? Is it for me to stand up for myself? Is it for me to know what my true desire on this planet, my true mission is? And that may take a few skinned knees and a few kissed frogs, So nothing is every moment is important, and all those lessons are just as important as the next. So
what was it? I think Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. I don't have a calendar in front of me. First day of spring. What day? Oh, that was the 19th last week.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday, stop.
I bring this up because I saw another friend of mine who has a show like this having some one or two of the people that he's having on were psychics, and then there were some other people coming on, and they're doing like a prediction show for the year. Usually, I mean, I probably had already hit you up about that, either the last show we did in 2023 or the first show we did this year. But do that, whatever your feelings are at that time, do they change? Like, do you get a different once the year kind of settles in and gets going, and then spring arrives, and everybody always thinks of spring as new beginning. Do you get different feelings towards how the year may be going, or how people should be changing up the certain behavior patterns or thought patterns because of spring, or does that not really in your wheelhouse?
Yeah, no. So everything is changing so quickly, so fast. Like, I like to do short term, because if you don't get up and put your boxers on off the right side of the bed and go to put your shoes on, like, you could change the world in a second by just spending extra 10 minutes in bed, So I like to just do short forecasts, because it's what we can handle, and it's more palpable. But this is going to be a tough year. You thought 2023 was tough. This year is going to be tough. It's just going to be a challenge, and everybody, and that's a blanket statement, because some people are going to have it be challenging relationship wise. Some people are going to have it challenging financially. You're going to be challenged personally. Maybe your beliefs or your morals, to see how much can actually be on your plate. That's what's going to be happening. And it could be health wise as well. So, it's already proven, this year has already been a stinker. I've been in a walking cast for, the past 2 months of a 3-month year so far. So, and it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge.
Bubble wrap clothing.
Well, see, with Susan, being what you say 5, I say 7. tomato, tomato. You're that many times over near-death experience survivor. So, it happens to you. I mean, houses fall on you.
They do all the
You
time.
know,
My little shoes pop off all the time.
Okay, so Linda's got one more for you. I just wonder if some people are supposed to learn something from me, or if I'm supposed to guide them somehow.
And that's a beautiful question. It is a lovely balance of being the student and the teacher. And in one day you can be the student and the teacher. It's a constant balance and a constant flow. So as much as you are being kind and holding the door for somebody else, there was a lesson in there for you. And whether that was just to have that exchange of love and compassion for someone, they were giving you that option, that opportunity to be able to be compassionate and to be true of heart. And so you're constantly learning. We're constantly having that, because you wouldn't, some moments, some days you're just like, they open the door and you just barrel through. And so it's, every moment is precious. And so if we can hold that compassion in our heart to be able to be the student and the teacher, then we get to the finish line faster with great compassion and joy. So yeah.
is one of your daughters still live with you?
No, just Winston.
Oh, just your big dog.
Just my big dog. Yeah.
Any plans for this weekend, Easter weekend?
Yep, we're going to do breakfast. We're going to do an Easter breakfast with a little Easter egg hunt. And yeah, so we'll be celebrating that.
Very, very cool. Very, very
Yeah.
cool. What else is going on with you? I know that I saw table tipping, but I did not see the tea leaves. Did you, what's going on with your events that you like to have there in your local town?
Yeah. No, I've got Tea Leaf coming up in Mashpee. That's a new venue spot. I'm doing table tipping in Mashpee. It's a really beautiful space. A friend of mine that we used to work side by side, uh, Beauty by Caitlin. She does makeup and facials and all sorts of wonderful stuff, weddings and etc. She's amazing. Check her out. Her space is so beautiful and lovely that it really is nice to do table. It's nice to do tea leaf and have people come and enjoy. And it's a nice experience, and it gets you to practice your own intuition.
Your events are reasonably priced, and they always sell out. And
Yeah,
so
which is,
people must really have a good time when they go to your events.
yeah, thank you. I'm very fortunate. I'm very, very
I
blessed.
I've been waiting for this one. This is probably the last one we have time for, but the boss wants
Ah,
to know.
Oh,
Now
I
that
had
Sean's
her.
been ordained, what do you see him doing in this new venture?
I see him doing a lot more dishes and laundry for you. Could resist. I could resist. All right, let me see, Sean. Well, already I think with the shenanigans that we were having with our internet, I feel that you are seen. Your energy went up higher. And so with that comes the challenge. So you're going to have to constantly be in that place of remembering to set up your boundaries of protection and keeping in a state of grace, because you will be challenged. I,
Yeah, part of that was that I preside over mass here every morning in the house here. So
that's
that's
nice. Yeah, I see that. I see that being easy for you, not a challenge. I see that being easy for you to be able to hold that level of grace. And then I pulled friendship. The friendship card is you have also gained a wonderful network of brothers and sisters that are able to protect you, guide you, and to be a resource for you as you continue to move further in this along this journey into the light. Yeah.
See?
I'm gonna when we're done here and I go in there to see Sharon,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask her what happened because I charged her laptop up and then I
Mhm.
had it on the kitchen table turned on and open ready for her when she uh, to just come right from where she was taking a nap to watch the show. She loves watching your when you're on, and so I'm hope. Oh, that's right. I lost internet, so maybe she was. It's funny. My internet's like on this computer pretty good because it's hardwired in. But when she's on, we're on the Wi-Fi. It's sketchy, and I don't know why it should be, but the Wi-Fi is sketchy. But
Yeah.
my internet that's hardwired in, she said she couldn't get on Facebook. Huh?
Huh.
Interesting.
So
Very
in
interesting.
well, and we've got the lunar eclipse was,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
or last night or this morning.
Oh,
Um,
and that's right. This morning we also saw on the news they were talking about be ready because we're getting some solar flares.
and I think that has a lot to do with it. But that end of I have internet. My daughter lives on the next street, and at the end of the street where it joins is the office. So it was very funny that they don't have it, but I did.
Hi, Courtney.
Oh, yay. I love first time watches. Thank you, Courtney. But
Courtney, Susan will be back the next last Monday of the month, which will be. Do we have time for her to get a quick one in? No, we
yeah,
don't.
why not?
We do? Courtney, do you have a question for her? A quick, easy question about love, health,
Any,
work, money before I have to cut Susan loose?
all right.
But she will be back
What?
Monday, April 29th.
April
Is your
29th. There you go.
is your next
Ooh,
happy mini
first,
month.
new beginnings. That's perfect for you, Courtney. This is, of course, this is Libra, um, the Libra moon. So this is about new beginnings for you, fresh new starts. Let go of stuff that you don't need anymore. Clean out that closet. It should be already gone. Take it to the curb and make sure that you're done with it. Like, no more. I don't need this. It's holding me back. And as long as you still have one hand on it, it's going to keep you back. And I don't want to see that happen for you because you've got lovely energy. So let it go and have a great time with it, with all this new stuff. And I love you guys. I'm so sorry that it was such a mess, but
That's okay. That's okay. I may have you back even before then. Next, not this coming Friday. Zach's out of town, and I'm also taking it off because it's
oh,
Good
good.
Friday. But the
Right.
following month, I'm starting a new show on First Fridays called First Friday with Father Sean,
Oh, I like.
and it's just going to be an hour of hopefully inspiration. I mean, I almost called it Feel Good Fridays with Father Feel Good because I just want people to feel good regardless of how they're feeling if they tune in when they
Yeah,
leave to just feel good. So
I
I'm
like.
going to have a lot of people on with inspirational stories and you're like at the top of the list. So I may be bugging you to come on to
I
tell
love.
people about your inspirational stories and near death experiences and meeting God and talking to God and all that kind of good stuff. So
I got lots of stories to share. So yeah, thank you guys again. And
I love you. Give your dog a big smooch for me, and we'll see you. I'll probably see you before the end of next month, but have a very happy Resurrection Day and
thank
a
you.
great weekend.
Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
Susan. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. Had them here. Susan had them. Just one of those days. So she'll be back the last Monday of next month. You'll see me again Monday, April 9th. Or I'm sorry, Monday, April 8th with Dr. Joy Pugh. That's always a great show. Thank you all for tuning in because I don't have a show without all of you. I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed Resurrection Day this Sunday. Um, and what else do I want to say? USOCC.org talked about that, talked about Society of St. Benedict, talked about the Old Catholic Benedictines of Immaculate Mary, Bible study, night prayer. The links to those are at the usocc.org and at bishopjameslong.com. Check out Zach's website, communitypayitforward.us, communitypayitforward.us. Just go there. Be pleasantly surprised. Eli Roth presents The Legion of Exorcists. Stars On is the latest major streaming service that has picked it up. Very, very cool. It also just premiered 4 weeks ago on Travel Channel Asia, Channel 711, and early reviews in as it's doing very well over there in Asia. So you can see it if you are interested in seeing that show. There's plenty of places where you can stream it. You can find me on Facebook now as Lawrence Morais, which is my stage name, but Sean Patrick Whittington is also on there. So you know you're at the right place. My original profile, I never got that back, so it got hacked and deactivated, and life goes on. Thank you to Things Network. Thank you to Pact, little p, capital ACT, Podcasting for All Coming Together channel. Thank you to the Parapost Network Central. Thank you to Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment. Thank you to Spirit Alabama for all these networks simulcasting my show. God bless you for that. Now, it is bad joke time. I'm going to pull a bad joke that one of you sent in out of this haunted carnival barker hat. And it's my poor attempt to put a smile on everybody's face before I say goodnight. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No-eyed deer. A no-eyed deer? Oh, the word deer is D-E-E-R, no I in it.
No idea.
No I.
No idea.
You're good, man. You're good. All right, guys. Thank you for being patient with us tonight.
Wow.
I never know what the joke's going to say when I pull it out. I'm reading it on the spot, guys. Come on. All righty. Everybody have a blessed night. Good night. Good night, Danny. Good night, Jack. Good night, Dog. Good night, Harold. Rest in peace. Good night, Ernie. Good night, Bill. Good night, Dan. I love you all. God bless you all in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace.